In today's lesson on the Hermetica, we're going to cover the chapter on the gods. Now, once again, I'm not a Hermeticist. I just interpret the ancient Egyptian wisdom that we used to teach in Egypt before this text was written. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this chapter to you, and then we're going to decipher it and illustrate the hidden wisdom within. All right, let's begin. The gods. The mind of the cosmos, created from fire and air, the seven administrators who regulate destiny, the five visible planets, and the sun and moon, whose orbits encompass the world of the senses. These celestial powers, known by thought alone, are called the gods. Notice the lowercase g here. And they preside over the world. They are ruled over by the goddess Destiny, who transforms everything according to the law of natural growth, creating from the permanent, unchanging reality a permanently changing world. The heavenly bodies are governed by Adam, and from them flows into matter an uninterrupted stream of soul. Matter is like a fertile womb within which all things are conceived. All forms shape matter, and soul energy ceaselessly changes them one into another. This process is directed by Adam, who infuses each form with soul in proportion to its standing in the scale of being. The earth is the storehouse of all matter, which it donates, and in return, it receives life from above. Ra, the sun, unites heaven and earth, sending down energy from above and raising up matter from below. He draws life to himself and gives forth life from himself, ceaselessly lavishing light on all. Ra benefits not only heaven, but even the hidden depths of the earth. Unlike Adam, the hidden light, who is only known in thought through attentive contemplation, Ra exists in space and time, and we may see him with our eyes, shining the brightest in the cosmos. Placed in the center and wearing the cosmos like a wreath around him, he lights up above and below. He lets the cosmos go on its way, but never lets it wander. For like a skillful chariot driver, Ra has tied the cosmos to him, preventing it rushing off in disorder, and his controlling reins are rays of light. The sun is an image of the Creator, who is higher than the heavens. Just as that supreme Creator gave life to the whole universe, Ra gives life to the animals and plants. His material body is the source of visible light. And if there's be such a thing as a substance not perceptible to the senses, the light of the sun must contain that substance. Yet what is or how it flows, what it is or how it flows, only Adam knows. The sun continuously pours forth light and life. Ra nurtures all vegetation, gathering the first fruits produced by the power of his rays, as if in his mighty hands, bringing out sweet perfumes from the plants. In the same way, our souls, like heavenly flowers, are nurtured by the light of Adam's wisdom, and in return, we should use in his service all that grows within. Now, before we get to our illustration, I want to point out that this text shows how uh, nobody ever worshipped the sun. Okay, despite what archaeologists and British Museum and Europeans want to tell you, Egyptians never worshipped the sun. They always understood that there was only one God and that the creator of the universe created all life, the planets, the stars, and that the sun, our sun, was a symbolic representation was the visible representation of the creator of the atom, right? So the sun has life-giving light. So everything that grows on this earth, on this planet, is actually a product of the light rays of the sun. So this was something where they were one with the sun and the earth and the universe with this understanding. So let's break down some of this text here. And one thing I want to point out again, notice that when they referred to the planets and the stars, they referred to it as a lowercase g gods, meaning not actual God, but consider it like uh, spiritual angelic beings that helped the process of evolution. In the Holy Bible, especially the book of Deuteronomy, people are supposed to be put to death if you talk about the stars in this way. And that's some of the problem that I think humanity has when you were given a book since you were a child and told to obey the words in that book that were written by man. It was written in a way to literally control a society. And what this is uh, a beautiful text on just talking about the nature of life and how it grows and evolves on this planet. So let's break this down some more and illustrate some of the passages that it was talking about. And just so you know, there are in the past, this used to be taught not just verbally, but was also illustrated. That's why you see a lot of symbols in Egypt. If you were a child and you lived in the Sirius star system, and what they call the Sirius mystery schools, they actually put you with a teacher according to your gifts, your where you are in life. And once you graduate from a specific teaching, you move on to a different teacher, and you are able to move on and learn different parts of yourself and your connection to the universe. So the way we teach here on this planet is completely different from the way other star systems teach their children. Just so you know, okay? And what we're learning here is, especially on Earth, is we're learning about life all over again from the beginning. Okay, so we're learning the basic fundamentals of life because we're still in a lower state of understanding our place in this universe. We think that we're alone in this universe. We think that there's no life out there, there's no aliens out there, but there's actually life out there. But it seems like a ghost town in our solar system because we're the only ones who haven't ascended to a higher frequency, a higher vibration yet. We're still think that life only exists in the third dimension, so we exist in the third dimension. Until we realize that life exists in higher dimensions, then we won't ever grow and evolve out of this solar system. So this lesson here will help us understand and expand our understanding with our position in the universe. So there's a part where it said the mind of the cosmos is created from the fire and air, the seven administrators who regulate destiny. So let's just get started here. I'll zoom in so you can see. Um, so he said the mind of the cosmos is created with fire and air. And if you were to illustrate that, it would just look like this. All right. Alchemical symbol for fire, alchemical symbol for air. All right. And what it was saying is the seven administrators who regulate destiny, the five visible planets. So if we're going to talk about five visible planets, we can say let's actually draw our world. Let's draw Earth real quick, okay? So let's say right here we'll make it easy. We'll make it easy. Since everything is created by the atom, we'll use the template of the atom because, like they say, God created man in his image and God also created the universe in his image. So we're going to create Earth real quick in God's image. All right. I'm teaching you this from the ancient Egyptian perspective and how we used to teach this before Egypt fell and was invaded by external forces. So consider this Earth, okay? And so it's regulated by the five visible planets. What are the five visible planets? Well, the first planet that is visible is Mercury, right? And the second planet that's visible is Venus. And the third planet that's visible is um, Mars. So we could put Mars over here. Is Mars. And the fourth planet that's visible is Jupiter. So we'll put Jupiter over here. And the sixth planet that's visible is, I'm sorry, the fifth planet. The fifth planet that's visible is Saturn. So we can put Saturn right here. All right. So we don't need this anymore. So we'll put Saturn right here. All right. So, oh gosh, let's move this over. I didn't realize how off I was. And this is Jupiter. All right. So the five visible planets. So at this time, this is how they perceived their place in the universe. Okay. So just remember, there are more planets in our solar system. There are more planets around us, but this is what they're talking about. Okay. The five visible planets that you can see with your naked eye when you look at the stars at night, depending on the time of year. Okay. And so the five visible planets and the sun and the moon. So, let's draw our sun. And let's draw our moon. Our moon is our satellite planet that is pretty close to our Earth. All right. So we can draw it like a satellite. All right. And you'll see also in Egypt that you'll see some symbolism depict deities with this on top of their head as well. Okay. So that's how you depict the moon as well. So so let's read that again. The mind of the cosmos created from fire and air, the seven administrators who regulate destiny, the five visible planets, and the sun. Well, finish making the sun. The sun is a giant atom, also known as the living Christ as well, by the way. The Christ that rises every day, is resurrected every day. Um, and the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon. So I guess we'll put moon here so you can know. And the sun. Okay. Whose orbits encompass the world of the senses. Whose orbits encompass the world of the senses. Think about it. The five senses. You have your eyes. Oh, I'm doing it on the sun, but let's just imagine this coming down, and you have your eyes. It doesn't matter. We can do it on the sun or the earth. Your ears, your nose, and your mouth. And your mouth. Okay? Whose orbits encompass the five visible senses. All right. So if you were to take this and bring it down here, basically, I guess we can do like, let's see here. Let's see if we can do this neatly. We would do Saturn here because Saturn represents the hidden path. Okay, and so this would be Jupiter over here. I'm just using numbers because writing these words is going to make this sloppy. All right, 5, Jupiter, 6, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, 2. All right, and you have Mars, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 senses. Okay, so that encompasses the 5 senses. And these celestial powers are known by thought alone, are called the gods. So, known by thought alone are called the gods. Why does it say that? It's because all of these senses, all of these senses are sent back to our mind, are sent to our mind, and we interpret what we're experiencing while we're in body. So, known by thought alone, when we hear something, we think about that. When we see something, we're thinking about that. When we taste something, we're thinking about that. Before we say something, we think about it. Okay? And they preside over the world. They preside over your face, over your head. Okay? They are ruled over by the goddess Destiny. They are ruled over by the goddess Destiny. They are ruled over by the goddess Destiny, who transforms everything according to the law of natural growth, creating from the permanent, unchanging reality a permanently changing world. So, let me read that again. Creating from the permanent, from our mind, ourself, an unchanging reality, feeding our senses, a permanently changing world, because it is us that takes the action to change the world and manifest and create in this world. And as we've been doing lately, destroying the world. The heavenly bodies are governed by Adam, and from them flows into matter an uninterrupted stream of soul. And so, these heavenly bodies are governed by Adam, and flows into matter an uninterrupted stream of soul. So what we see, hear, think, taste, say, all that stuff is the stream of soul, the soul of Adam. Matter is like a fertile womb within which all things are conceived. All forms shape matter, and soul energy ceaselessly changes them one into another. The earth is a storehouse of all matter, which donates and in return receives life from above. The earth is the storehouse of all matter, and in turn donates and receives life from above. Ra, the sun, unites heaven and earth. Ra, the sun, unites heaven and earth. Sending down energy from above and raising up matter from below. He draws life to himself and gives forth life from himself. He draws life to himself because what grows on earth rises back up and blooms. Think about a plant that blooms into a beautiful flower. Okay? Ceaselessly lavishing light on all. Ra benefits not only heaven, but even the hidden depths of the earth. Even the hidden depths of the earth. The soil that grows the plants. Unlike Adam, the hidden light, who is only known in thought, through attentive contemplation, meaning meditation, and reflection, Ra exists in space and time. Ra exists in space and time. So he exists in space and also exists in time. If you want to draw the clock, we can do so. I'm going to try to do this like that. So we have our 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Exists in space and time, and we may see him with our eyes, shining the brightest in the cosmos. Placed in the center and wearing the cosmos like a wreath around him. Wearing the cosmos like a wreath around him. He lights up above and below. He lets the cosmos go on its way, but never lets it wander. For like a skillful chariot driver, Ra is tied the cosmos to him, preventing it rushing off in disorder, and his controlling reins are rays of light. His controlling reins are rays of light. And if there be such a thing as a substance not perceptible to the senses, the light of the sun must contain that substance. Yet what it is or how it flows, only Adam knows. The sun continuously pours forth light and life. Ra nurtures all vegetation, gathering the first fruits produced by the power of his rays, as if in his mighty hands, bringing out sweet perfumes from the plants. In the same way, our souls, like heavenly flowers, are nurtured by the light of Adam's wisdom, and in return, we should use in his service all that grows within us. And going back to the beginning, the mind of the cosmos created from fire and air. From fire, the alchemical symbol fire, and air. This is the Hermetic chapter of the gods. I'll read the whole chapter to you so you can take it in. The mind of the cosmos, created from fire and air, the seven administrators who regulate destiny, the five visible planets, and the sun and the moon, whose orbits encompass the world of the senses. These celestial powers, known by thought alone, are called the gods, and they preside over the world. They are ruled over by the goddess Destiny, who transformed everything according to the law of natural growth, creating from the permanent in unchanging reality, a permanently changing world. The heavenly bodies are governed by Adam, and from them flows into matter an uninterrupted stream of soul. Matter is like a fertile womb, within which all things are conceived. All forms, shape matter, and soul energy ceaselessly changes them one into another. This process is directed by Adam, who infuses each form with soul in proportion to its standing in the scale of being. The earth is the storehouse of all matter, which it donates, and in return, it receives life from above. Ra, the sun, unites heaven and earth, sending down energy from above and raising up matter from below. He draws life to himself and gives forth life from himself, ceaselessly lavishing light on all. Ra benefits not only heaven, but even the hidden depths of the earth. Unlike Adam, the hidden light, who is only known in thought through attentive contemplation, Ra exists in space and time, and we may see him with our eyes, shining the brightest in the cosmos. Placed in the center and wearing the cosmos like a wreath around him, he lights up above and below. He lets the cosmos go on its way, but never lets it wander. For like a skillful chariot driver, Ra has tied the cosmos to him, preventing it rushing off in disorder, and his controlling reins are rays of light. The sun is an image of the Creator, who is higher than the heavens. Just as that supreme Creator gave life to the whole universe, Ra gives life to the animals and plants. His material body is the source of the visible light. And if there be such a thing as a substance not perceptible to the senses, the light of the sun must contain that substance. Yet what it is or how it flows, only Adam knows. The sun continuously pours forth light and life. Ra nurtures all vegetation, gathering the first fruits produced by the power of his rays, as if his mighty hands bringing out sweet perfumes from the plants in the same way. Our souls, like heavenly flowers, are nurtured by the light of Adam's wisdom, and in turn, we should use in his service all that grows within us. Now, I wanted to point out that I'm aware that you see this chapter doesn't mention it doesn't mention Uranus and Neptune. It doesn't mention them at all. And if you wanted to add them, we can add them as well because they are still a part of our solar system and they are still a part of our evolution and our growth as well. Is just that they didn't mention it, so I didn't include it in this depiction. I was just trying to illustrate what this chapter was talking about. But I think that this is an excellent way for you to understand um, the words that were written a long time ago, because what's not taught anymore is the esoteric, deep thought and teachings of what these words actually mean. When you um, try to look up the Hermetica and try to read this on your own, if you don't reflect and contemplate what are they talking about, you're not going to see this perspective, and you're not going to capture the essence, the life, the power that's actually hidden, the deep hidden messages within. And as you can see, is that each and every one of us are the consciousness of this planet. And not only the consciousness of this planet, we are the consciousness of the stars as well. We are all of the above and below. And it is ruled by, who they say, the goddess Destiny, right? So this is how deities were created, from just, uh, creating that human connection to um, the celestial powers that revolve around us. This is how humans were able to relate to the invisible force of power and energy that governs everything. And once you understand this, then you'll understand the nature of reality. You'll understand that magic is really understanding the laws of the universe. And if you understand the laws of the universe, then you will truly understand what magic truly is. And that is the magic of the Egyptian wisdom and the text that they wrote when they learned this stuff from Egypt. This stuff was hidden and veiled in symbols. It was written in words. It was taken to other countries, and it was applied to create other religions. Um, me, I decipher this stuff, and I understand it through symbols. This is how we used to teach this knowledge in chem before it fell. This is very ancient knowledge that was once common knowledge on the land, but it's just not taught anymore. So my goal is to bring the magic back to the conscious of the world, and reignite that fire inside of everyone, so you can remember who you truly are, and remember your place in the cosmos, and don't think that you are anything less than amazing. Every single one of you are amazing, and you just have to remember that, and wake up every day and know that, and walk it like you talk it. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. You know the truth. Okay. Because as you can see, Mother Gaia, Mother Gaia, if you want to call her Gaia, whatever you want to call Earth, this is all a part of nature, evolution of nature. And you see how we have the moon, and as you can see in the upside down version of this image, the face of the Joker. Now you understand how the Joker, uh, you understand, like, we were being lied to, and told to live in this upside down perspective, being lied to by religion, and just constantly just having us living in fear, because this is the reality. The reality, you see, the flower is upside down. The flower, the bulb in the flower is upside down. And it's because of an evil force that's been hiding in the shadows, lying to us from the very beginning, and wanting to bring chaos, the director of negative. Like in the Emerald Tablet said, the number 3 is the director of negative. There's been a hidden dark order of chaos that drives us crazy, that's been leading us into war and wanting us to live in fear. When you turn on the news, their job is not to inform you. Their job is to scare you. That's why you see nothing but negative stuff. When you turn on your phone and look at social media, it's a lot of negativity on there. There's not much stuff on social media that enlightens you and teaches you love and shows you the light and is spreading the light. Instead, it is negativity that's being directed at us. And this is the truth that we've been living in for so long. And now we have an opportunity to live in the light and remember who we are. Respect ourselves, respect each other, and know that there is more to life than we've been taught. And now you know that the Egyptians, what the ancient Egyptians believed before they fell, what they knew before they fell, was not myth. It was not mythology. The negative forces that control this world want you to believe that it's mythology. They want to tell you. They want to tell you what it is. They don't want you to figure it out for yourself. Well, I'm offering you an opportunity to reflect on everything that I've been teaching you and think for yourself. What really is the truth? Who am I really in this lifetime? What do I want to get out of life? Do I want to subscribe to the negative energy, what's been directed at me? Do I want to pay attention to that? Or do I want to rise above it and sit on my throne and be that king or queen? So that's it for today's lesson on the Hermetica, the gods. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I love you all. Flame on to infinity and beyond.